Hello, hello. We're here, we're queer, and we're back in Genshin. And I have a little buddy. New little buddy. I don't know what it is, but it's cute.
Little baby.
Little baby! So, last we were here, we, we did Kazuha and Raiden's story. To expand the mold, good luck, Punisher. Sometimes you just gotta keep on trying. Okay. New word ban.
I got a new letter from an informant.
We'll do
Looks
better
like the situation has changed
this
again.
time. I promise. If I don't, throwing things will prepare for explosion upon failure. Must be careful with words. Thank you, Lexus. Enjoy your mix. But we did Kazuha and Raiden. No, it does not. I require... Ow, thank you, Maya. I require you guys and myself to keep track.
Worthless consumer models.
Why is tits so loud?
Nut.
Thank you for nut.
Nerf this!
So B, what are we doing today?
Well, we did those quests to get ready to do Inversion of Genesis.
So that is where we shall
door
go.
to darkness?
Basically, just depending on what you do after that, we can do Care Bear. You can go to Fontaine.
Yeah.
We can do the Chasm quest. We can do the Chasm quest like whatever. That's just like. But even though we have quests to do before, we have story quests to do, so we can do that way later.
Got it. Care Bear.
Oh, you're not going to be laughing when we get to that quest.
Serious
The
suggestions,
name sounds
please.
funny
I'm
when you
not
say it
trying
like
to write
that.
a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
Questions.
This is going to be very interesting. Because
What do
I
you
want to.
mean?
I've just doing this before doing Tatara Tales. Because most people have done Tatara Tales and then this quest. I
Right.
want to see how this goes.
I have
I
not
want to see how this goes.
done that yet.
I want to see how this goes because the order may make some things very interesting.
I want to write my essay on something
The game
interesting.
is generally
I'm
good
interested
at
in
knowing
getting to the bottom of all
you
this.
haven't
That's the
done
only reason
certain
I came to
things.
you.
I mean, the game will sometimes take account into certain things because, like, even with the end of the Sumeru quests, certain items have actually had like their descriptions changed.
No more Ruka Nevada.
Yep,
Rest in
she's
peace.
gone from every item that she was mentioned in, and even the R&R quest they won't mention her anymore.
Sad.
So I will say you did miss out on some stuff there not doing that
you
first.
Came to me.
Interesting.
So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Burger's good.
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
I'm noticing Lex's choice of word is not too incredibly difficult. I'm just overly cautious. And also, time is technically over already. But thank you for your attempt, Lexus. F's in chat for Lexus. We'll see how long I can keep this going. Yes, next time,
No idea what's going on.
word ban on literally the word that is just the first letter of the alphabet.
Huh.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Oh right, Thursday. Lexus banned the word I, and I failed instantly. Like, within moments.
Setting someone up for failure, unless you want somebody to
Alright, I
talk
guess
in
I'll
like
go
a
with
third
my
person.
textual criticism
It's
and
very
your
funny, we've done it to
editorial
Kaden
direction
before.
for the first
In fact,
draft.
I then did it to
I have
Kaden,
a feeling
and
that the missing
she did it, she made
Kabuki
it.
will end up being the main focus of this paper.
To be fair, Kaden's been hit with full pronoun bans before. So not just individual words, but any pronoun. You, it, I, they. He, she.
You people are insane.
To be fair, I just gave Lexus ideas. Fuck. To be fair, I think it's usually Ren or Fluffy that does that to her. Individual letters is too much, I think.
If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Hi, yes, you called for me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence.
Would you call Paimon's
Alright.
hair silver or white?
A lot of people call her, address her as like silver hair.
Fair. Contractions ban? I think that one's doable. That one's fair.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
Yo, mood.
Same.
Traveler, I hear
Preaching
you've
to the
helped
choir.
many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Is this different if we had done Tatara Tales?
I don't remember. I have to look that up.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on a second.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
Interesting. Wait, why did the bits not hit me?
Okay, I looked at the
Person in
dialogue's the
labor
same.
yelled, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't. The doctor says don't worry, those are just contractions.
Maya. That's good. Wonder why the bits didn't come to hit me. You working? Huh. Having trouble there, tits?
No.
Try that again? Ow. Alright, it works.
Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Well, they shouldn't be any smaller. I should still be. And also, I didn't hear the getting hit noise.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy
Wait,
to
we had to
Paimon.
do Kazuha's story quest before this, right? It wouldn't let us do this until we did Kazuha?
Yeah, it was locked.
Interesting. Very
You'll
interesting.
you'll see. Yeah, that's what I said. Usually, I would say doing Tatsuro Tales is best first because you get context as to why. But
Yes,
it's
my
it's
thoughts
fine. We can do
exactly.
because it
So
takes
I helped out
like
too. I asked
real
everyone I could
days. It's
think of
fine.
if they knew anything
The
about
Tar
what
Tail's the one
happened
that takes
back
the 3 real
then.
days?
And wow! Did I get
Yeah.
lucky?
Okay.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact,
Well, at
live
least
in
we can
Inazuma
do it
over
later, but
400
it
years ago.
will clear things up because this is if you had done that quest first, that there would be some stuff that you would know that would make sense here.
Okay.
Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
What the fuck is going on with this place?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yes, one of our one of our friends is from one of those
The
clans.
swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Kazuha?
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Gasp. Shock. Puppets? Walking around, talking, personalities in Inazuma? Never heard of such a thing. Definitely haven't met 2 of them.
A puppet?
Bukimono has to be the Balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatara
Aha!
Suna?
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Wait her at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut. I mean, that's true.
No. Paimon just meant,
Well,
how
and
creepy.
us, and
The way you described it makes it sound like a
Guy.
ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
oh, this is dense. A man around the Tarston around 3 p.m. He's by Labor walking around.
Yeah, that's all.
So much.
That's all stuff. I think I have those saved. I can probably show them later. It's a lot of lore.
The rest of his work remains unfinished. It's apparent that this is now fantastical, colorful sensibilities born from imagination well
Oh,
utilized.
and please read my essay draft as well.
That's why when I play this stuff by myself, I'm just like, I'm too tired to read that all right now. I'm going to make screenshots and I'm going to go back and read it later.
This is 2 hours later. Microphone, you're getting worse.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
Are you having the same reference brain that I am? That was very unclear, wasn't it? Made me
My
think
head is
of-
like
sorry.
everywhere but here.
That just made me, I don't know why this is making me think of Assassination Classroom.
I didn't even think of that.
Well, I think I read it not too long ago. But that one girl who's like, you need to learn how to talk so that your discoveries and your essays and all that are readable. Like,
I
yes,
totally forgot.
you totally
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
don't
that?
remember any of that.
Don't
I
remember
don't
it?
remember any of it.
It was
No.
The chemistry girl. Who at the very beginning of the series made
I haven't read them. I've only watched the anime.
I mean, she was still in there. Like the anime was very.
I know,
good.
but I said I don't remember that exact instance. It's been
Yeah.
a while.
That's fair. I read it. Hold on, I have a list. It's not that. Where'd it go? Oh, I read it. Oh, I read it back in June. I was like, man, there's a lot of books here. When was the last? There's a lot of books before I get to Assassination Classroom. How long ago was it? Back in June? Oh. Just read a lot.
Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Never written an essay before.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Sorry, that's classified. Do you think they know that we're lying?
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the Balladeer, doesn't it? Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Oh joy. He's back.
The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
To be fair, last time we saw him, he can talk to us in our minds. This is not unusual. Yeah, Paimon does not know. She has 2 volumes, 0 and 100. I feel like the dial is stuck at 100.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be lacked at? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Nahida, it's been 2 weeks and he's already out of prison? Was he that good of a boy that he got parole early?
It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some
Just like
investigation
Pate.
in
Just
Ravensoul
like
for me.
Pate, 100%. In a battle between Pate and Paimon, I think Paimon I like more. Pate's great though. He just I never thought a corpse could be so horny.
A deal? Huh. You
Well,
sure you trust this guy?
Vampires. Bird corpse.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
I mean, I'm all for rehabilitation. I just thought it would take more than 14 days.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
I know he's taunting us and he doesn't expect us to do it, but boy, he's asking to get killed.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I'm just gonna let this quest play out.
Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Weren't you trying to kill the God of Wisdom? Alright.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
I bet he actually has like a chin strap on that hat to keep it from falling off.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean, he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
That's sad. That's depressing. B, are you using me? Is that all this is?
If
Oh,
I
shit.
was using somebody, I'd probably know.
Fair.
Unless I've somehow gaslit myself into thinking I wasn't.
That's
Okay, I'm
technically
gonna
possible.
stop thinking about that.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there.
So as long as you
You're
have
good.
some
I
value
love
to
you.
offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
And you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category.
Right, I forgot we're not the first
This
one
is
to get
an extremely
isekai.
important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
That just reminds me that, like, earlier this week, someone asked, what is Genshin? And I said, it's an isekai. In the end.
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though
Not
he no
because
longer
the
has
twins
the
were
Gnosis,
traveling
some
worlds to
traces
begin
of its
with.
power
Yeah,
remain in
but
him.
that's so... I
He
said
can
it's
still connect.
sort of an isekai. It's just not an isekai that we're used to. Because they're in another world. They're not from this world.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Big titties?
Our minds have connected several times before.
How did you know?
There's a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was gonna contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Into the world tree we go.
It looks pretty
I
different
was
here
going to say,
compared to last
you
time.
realize that so
The
many of these
colors are
questions
gentler.
could
Guess that
have
must
been
be because
answered
Sumeru's at peace
if
now.
Alice was not an absentee mother. Because
Who?
we know
Oh.
Alice knows most of the fuck what's going on.
Who was Alice again?
Clee's mom.
But why? Wait,
She's also basically, she knows a lot, and we also barely know a lot about her. All the Teyvat travel guides, she wrote every single one of those.
Oh. Maya said
She knows
her
a lot
searching for
about
the
this
one, her
world.
brain auto-completed with peace.
She knows all
One
about
Piece.
this world and others.
What?
She knows a lot of things. And we haven't even
Interesting.
seen her.
I mean, we also don't know who the fucking... We don't know jack shit about the leader of the fucking Knights. What do
We
you mean
know
she introduced
where
D-Luke to KFC?
we know where Varka's on an expedition.
Where?
Oh, I gotta remember because he's actually met up with the doctor, I think, once because he'd shown up there because Mika was there.
Okay.
Because Mika is part of Eula's
Look at that.
thing, but he
Hot on my
is
heels.
apparently good enough that
You
he
know,
was like
you
deployed
didn't have
out
to
with
cut your catch-up short
Varka's
just to keep
expedition
me
group.
company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Ermin's soul ahead of you.
I missed the event where
Yeah, you miss the event.
they introduced D-Luke to KFC. Wow.
Oh well, I missed that event too. So
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
you say that, and yet 4.2 just happened.
Me not knowing what that means yet.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
Don't worry about it.
I need to be quite clear about
You'll
something.
get there.
All right.
In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Erminsoul.
I said
It is
4.2,
an
4.1.
environment like
Let's
no
do it.
other,
That's a little
and
bit
the
closer.
most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Erminsoul's inner region consists exclusively of
Like a
torrents
whole
of
other banner before
information.
4.2.
You must put aside
Right,
your
4.2 is coming up
differences
next.
and be extremely careful
Yeah.
as you navigate your way through.
That's the one that might have... That, according to rumor, will have Raiden and Ito in the same goddamn banner. Which is my
It's
pal.
all rumor. It's not known because we know phase 1 at least. I think, well, actually don't know, but Freena's gonna be on one of them.
But regardless, if both of them show up, that's my
Actually,
hell.
no, 4.2 rumor is like, it's, Freena, Baiju, and Sino.
What's the whole thing with Raiden and Ito that you're talking about?
That's 4.3.
How far away
That's
is
rumors
that?
for 4.
Like 2 months?
At least maybe like December, early January.
I'm just like, do I save my primos then?
I'm hoping this motherfucker comes in 2 pulls so I
know
can
there
put
are
the
many
rest towards my
grievances
girl
between
failure.
you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your
Also,
own
I missed the
safety
chance to
as
say that the
anything
fucking
else.
Erminsoul is just the goddamn door to truth from Full Metal Alchemist. What the fuck it's sounding like? Torrents of information.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
My eyes are pretty? Well, that's really nice of you to say.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Motherfucker's hundreds of years old.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Erminsoul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Erminsoul is just a fucking server hidden underground somewhere in Nevada.
Clowned on this man so much, I accidentally got him.
Darn it!
I was trying to get Farazan, and then it turned gold.
Motherfucker is like, heard you talking shit. Oh fuck, I'm stuck here now.
He sure as hell is. still have to rebuild him anyway.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a
Okay,
secret
that looks
place.
very techy. That's a very tech-looking tree. I feel like I should know. I know a thing or two.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
The way he says it. It's the snarky attitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now
Hi,
proceed to
Wristwatch.
the heart
Welcome
of
back.
Irminsul.
I hope you enjoyed your nap. Or your sleep. I don't know which.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Is this when he says, "Here, take my hand so you don't get lost"? I want to see what this is.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh, but I want to know what they say. When is the tree not right there? I want to touch it. Let me
It looks
touch.
the same in every direction.
Fragmented data. I mean, yeah, but like, touchy.
No wonder he mentioned about
Well, you
getting
could be
lost.
messing with.
Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
What's up, B?
I said, you don't know what you could be messing with.
What is it this time?
Yeah, but isn't that the fun
There's
of
a
it?
time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
She just said you're gonna be hit with torrents of information.
We're
That's
here.
fine. I like to learn.
What a huge
I don't mean you, I mean for the rest of the world.
Yeah, the rest of the world will survive. Probably.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Also, this is like stored information. I don't know. Can we affect it?
Ready when you are.
Hold on. I found a book here. I'm just gonna change a few notes.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He was gonna work on the front line. Maybe he has some.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Is this a telepathic conversation?
I've also invited Paimon to join.
Oh shit! What up? We're all on the Discord call together. Microphone, please.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I feel like that's sort of what's been happening. Like, you've just been hearing the voice of God. Quite literally.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
We call that tsundere. We've run into that a lot today.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Any other
Be
events
nice.
you want to do? What's up?
Smart and attentive
No,
as always.
Discord likes to constantly cut out the game audio. It did it for like an extremely long time.
Oh, you haven't been hearing anything for a bit?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's I know it's very much Discord.
Yeah. You relate what you saw in the Balladeer's mind while in
So,
place.
you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true.
I'm trying to remember what the betrayal
Betrayal turned
was.
Balladeer into the person he is today.
There's a list.
There is a list. That's a good point.
There's a list.
Skin. Turns out he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into 2 people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If
We'll
you
get a
know the
refresher.
mysterious
Good,
events,
I always need that.
the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
I'm gonna
Maya!
come back, see if that fixes things.
Fucking Maya. Okay, we'll see you in a second. Oh my god, Maya.
Oh, how interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite
That got me a lot
through
more than it should
guesswork
have.
alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you 3 are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Alright, bitch. First of all, you're busy. Second of all, AB conversation, see yourself out. Alright, we're...
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Very animated for someone who's just thinking. Microphone, please. Thank you.
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
Actually, respect your tour guide. He ain't telling us shit. Like, we're just kind of sitting here. And also, we're not even talking about him, really, sort of. We kind of are. Not entirely.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
I mean, also, just from a friend perspective, like, you're not just a prisoner, you tried to fucking kill us all.
Your child also tried to kill him.
Also that.
Have you found anything yet?
And
Like
yet we're
you-
friends with him.
Not yet.
Everybody considers the traveler and child friends.
Oh, child. Yes. I thought you said something else.
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Well, we already know that's not true.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Okay, you know what? He makes a good point. When every place you go, it starts with the conversation of, "Hey, have you seen my brother?"
The thing is, I actually don't. I'd probably have to ask somebody who was playing during that time, because I'm pretty sure some of these things might change if you had met him, because he was in an event, like in one point something, where
your
he
brother?
actually did. No, Scaramouche, where he did meet the traveler.
Oh. 1.1? God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it's called Reconciled Stars. It's because I know it had like him, Mona, and Fischl, I think.
But wait, wouldn't 1.1 still have been like Mondstadt?
Yeah.
That was before Leeway even.
No, they were at the same
We
time.
have to keep the
Okay,
peace.
Well,
right,
I
'cause
think
Mondstadt was
part
0.
Interested in
one
creating more misery
part
for
one
myself, and making
of
cordial
Liu's
conversation is
thing was
something I can
out.
manage.
Right, I forgot, because
Like
Mondstadt's like
for
chapter
initial.
0, right?
Yeah.
Leeway's chapter 1.
It's
And that's why
the
this is chapter
prologue.
3, despite being the 4th country.
Huh? Wait.
Can I touch you that one?
Right. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Is that
Because
one
that's
safe
one
to
of the
touch?
issues with Genshin is that there's so much lore that you lose if you don't do limited events, and then you can
Anonymous
never really
data.
see them again in game, unless you have them like told to you by somebody else.
Or just look up the wiki.
Yeah, but even then, it's like
Diamond, you have to
kind of
hurry up
weird
with
to
that.
understand unless you've actually like experienced it.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Niwa was the man in charge of Tatarasuma. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of Ishin art.
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mitoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant
And
village.
now you can see the red is
People are
hereditary.
gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose.
Yep, that's
They are motivated.
Kazuo's got that exact same thing.
As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
The rest of her definitely wasn't inherited.
The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Something about you looks familiar. Or maybe it's just because it's Genshin and a lot of people look the same.
PC model.
Yeah.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized
NPC
our
model. I
forging
guess that's
process
why.
like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
Outfit just looks really modern for being 400 years ago.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has
Fontanian, if
been
I
my
remember.
great honor to befriend you all.
Don't question it too hard. Alexis, you know I like to question things.
He's from a different country.
Yeah, but it just looks more it just looks like the exact same outfits they wear today.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
He does look a little bit like a blackjack dealer.
And recently, as you well know, someone died
Fine
because
in
of
the
that
casino.
strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Ooh, the camera work on that scene was really good. That was a great fucking transition and movement. Love it. Love it. Composition. Good
I'm
shit.
just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem.
Wait a second. Wait. The black goo. Why am I thinking about the stuff from the chasm? I'm sure it's not connected, is it?
I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death.
Similar in nature but different. Okay.
But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem
Fine,
to
but more
trust
likely,
me.
but that's also a story quest.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your
I was about to say,
answers by
never
now?
turn your back on a man that you don't trust when he has a fucking giant-ass knife!
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You knew he had the knife on him. It's pretty big. It's hard to
You're a little
miss.
smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start.
I mean, that's always what you always do, a background check. Very important. Very important.
It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a
Escher's voice? You know what? Coming from you, Lexus, that's not a surprise.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all.
It's been 2 weeks and you forgot what he sounds
Patience
like.
is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a
Just let this
carefully controlled
Well, I think
experiment.
I think there was a vocal change there for a second. My brain immediately said the doctor. Like, this is 400 years ago.
If you must know,
Let
I'm happy
everything
to
happen.
divulge my true identity.
Yep.
I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me
Okay, so I was right. It was the doctor. I was like, he has mentioned time travel stuff, actually. I shouldn't be surprised.
And guess who was the one who took Scaramouche in and brought him to the Fatui and tampered with and messed with him?
The doctor. Doctor.
Fatui? Who?
Wow, the Fatui have been around
What
for a
do you
while.
want?
just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the
He's a
crystal
time traveler
marrow?
that calls himself the Doctor. Yeah, but he's really more like the Master. Let's be real.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Wait, what?
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Look, the internet can answer that question. Sometimes it's friendship. Oftentimes it's boning. Monster fuckers exist for a reason.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Thank you, Maya.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible.
So, the hearts, the soul that the Balladeer has now.
Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
There it is.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun
Jester,
it was.
from Critical Role?
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Jester, how could you? You were a mischief maker, you weren't evil. Balladeer, buddy?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Is it murder time?
Good. Good.
to a mechanic from Fontaine? But why do we see things from his perspective?
That's a
When
good
I
question.
touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he believed for hundreds of years. Was it part of the doctor's experiment? Betrayal. My microphone keeps cutting out. I would like it for you to not do that. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Memories.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
Basically, he fucked up a lot of shit just to potentially make a fake god and failed.
Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the
For
Balladeer
thank
became
God.
the main
Even
test
this was just an end to it. It's just a thing for him.
Yeah. He's like, I've had like 1,000
He
other
is
experiments
simply-
going at once.
He is simply doing things for the hee-hee-ha-has.
The hee-hees, the ha-has, and writing it down so that it's science.
After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the Balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the Balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
Boy, that's okay. So when they said hearts, they weren't fucking around like Kingdom Hearts says for heart. Oh god, they were being quite literal.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The Balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the Balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
God, oh my god. That was your best friend's heart and you didn't know it.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
He was also told that his friend was a traitor.
Yeah, no, there was a lot involved there. Betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Full motive, still murder.
Tori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Hey, this seems like a bad time. Can you look for stuff about the Descenders and my brother?
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Yeah, here's a question. Why did you get that story first if you were looking for this other stuff? You remember when you told me about the scenario?
Sometimes you just kind of...
Right.
I was just saying, sometimes you gotta go through stuff, you end up finding things along the way.
Yeah,
Like when
fair.
you're going through like a book or an encyclopedia or something, you just find something else that catches your eye.
And then ADHD go burr. And then you forget what you were there originally for. It happens.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet.
I say, don't we already know that our sibling is in Irminsul, though?
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Tell me about why my brother is in Irminsul.
About what?
We already know that he's there.
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Yes, I kind of already pieced that one together myself, thank you.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Alright, that one's gonna need more explanation.
The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
What's with the Fatui Harbingers living centuries?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
More information.
Did you
more.
get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
He is telling the truth about that.
I know, which is great.
Does this info count towards my mission?
Because like
It
we
wasn't
remember,
from
like I
Irminsul.
remember, like it was a
Was
big
it
thing people were
valuable?
talking about. Because when the Final Feast trailer came, everybody looked in his eyes and was like, "Oh, he's got Conrian eyes. We understand now."
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long.
So you're gonna use it to kill us.
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
I can do that.
Give me your hand.
Is this necessary?
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
A lot of telepathy today.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
As far as we know, no? Wait, why would you
Done.
ask? Oh. He just motherfucker just detects thoughts on us.
Huh?
We didn't need to answer the
What
question.
What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Yeah, like that's not changing the past though. It's changing people's memories of the past, right? Question mark?
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Wow, it just did not let us read that sentence in her head.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Oh no.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
That's wrong, I know we will. You'll be back up as a banner one day.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Hey, Scaramouche! Scaramouche! Can you do the Fandango?
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Remembering the Kane story of lighting an anthill on fire.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
I do have Miko.
Oh no.
One of my
He's
mains.
gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
What do you mean,
Oh,
He'd be
couldn't
capable
say
of
any of this
something
stuff
like
without
that with so
spoiling
little
things.
power left.
How often do I look at her voice lines? Not ever? I don't
We'll
generally go
talk
at
about
voice
we'll
lines.
talk about it after.
Okay. What did we just rewrite fucking history?
Did he keep some of his power hidden?
So I'm just gonna say we had another Rukadavada situation.
Okay then.
Did he achieve something beyond his ability?
He just motherfucking erase himself from history? No, that's impossible because
Because he
she's
thought
still
it
calling
would-
him Balladeer.
He thought it would bring them. He was thinking he would bring them back.
Our fault.
Oh.
We were supposed to keep an eye on
But
him.
also, it was 400 years ago. They would have died anyways. They wouldn't
But
be
just
alive
like giving
anymore.
them like, just either way, just in that time that they had for them to have another chance at life.
Fair
It's
enough.
not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. Even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
We're out. And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
I'm getting some Sarah flashbacks. Please don't.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried
Isn't
about it.
something I need your help with.
B, you can't tell me not
Leave
to
this
worry
one
about
to
it.
me.
I have anxiety.
An emergency?
Don't worry about it.
How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
That just makes it worse.
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
No one doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukadavada, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full. Guessing. Let's cut the part and focus on the Balladeer.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Ooh.
Well, hey, in your metaphor about drinking the water, what happens if you break the vase?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... Ugh. Mm. It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head
This
is
does
overheating
explain why
from
he's
trying to
called the
understand what
Wanderer,
he's up to.
or
And it's
Scaramouche.
still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
You're not wrong about that.
There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Balladeer does erase himself from Emerald, many people in Izuma will be affected. I can't imagine what situation will look like. It'll affect everyone with the connection to the writing Gokuden. Kazuha? Ayato? Will that mean that they'll disappear? But...
Fuck, I forgot there was something we should have done before this.
Which is?
But it's fine. I can probably find a dialogue somewhere else.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Again, I'm still just like, are we changing history or rewriting people's memories of it in such a way that things still make sense, but different?
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go
Your
to
question
sleep.
will be answered.
Paimon's still
I want a question answered now. I don't want to wait. I'm impatient.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
Pizza.
Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety.
I had okonomiyaki in LA. It was fucking great. I want it again.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish.
My mom used to make this dessert called chocolate cherry overload.
Mushroom skewers, tea
God, I
bread
miss it.
pancakes, cream stew, sautéed matsutake, and Drayan chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls,
Grilled
truffle
shrimp is
layered
good.
consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
You're still mad you never got to try diabetes in the back? I don't think I ever tried it either. I just know it exists. I don't remember ever actually eating it.
Wait, did you never try it?
I don't think so.
To be fair, we have not made that shit in forever.
I always forget what's in it.
A lot of shit that I don't even remember.
You could probably ask your mom.
what was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
Hey, guess what? I think some shit happened in Irminsul.
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about.
You were getting so worried about the situation with Balladeer that you started listing foods.
The Balladeer?
Yep, there it is. He gone. Bye-bye.
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
I told you, it's the ball eater. That's a food. Paimon doesn't remember the Balladeer? That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have that ability?
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
How badly am I cutting out?
Okay, like the one thing that I was remembering, like that I forgot to do. You remember that pair of Shiznaian people that are like right above like the alchemy table at Mondstadt? Yeah.
Yeah, I see them all the
The
time.
ones that start talking about the ones that talk about they talk about the harbingers. And their dialogue after this would change, saying that the seat that Scaramouche that it's always been empty.
Interesting. Okay,
it's like now that he's changed things.
That does feel like an answer to my question, though. cannot change the past. You can only change what people remember of the past. But the world
I mean,
will fix things.
that still doesn't say much because even before him, we didn't know anything about that seed either.
No, but regardless, but what it also means is that the world will then shape its history, people's knowledge of its history, in such a way that there are no contradictions, there are no paradoxes, nothing weird happens.
Let's just let the quest happen. You will have your answers.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? Cause it sounds
Books
like
I
a
imagine would get
nickname or
changed too.
something.
And I'm only muting because I'm eating tortilla chips.
What now?
I'm only muting because I'm eating tortilla chips.
Eat those tortillas. I already had all my fruit gummy. My fruit gummy is gone. I am sad. I ate them too quickly. Really happening? I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh?
Going back to...
Paimon, but is everything okay? You're
Now's not the
acting
time to
like this is
explain.
an emergency.
Let's get over there first. It's a new...
Yeah, her voice line about him is gone now.
Still has...
Anybody who had voice lines about him, it's gone now.
Okay, the new stuff must just be from Friendship level up. Ascension stuff.
That and I think, yeah, that and kind of showing you just as, hey, this shit's gone now. You can't look at it again.
I'm max level with some people. I should read their stories more, especially their stuff about their visions, because I'm always curious about how they got those. Anyways.
Some of the vision stories are heartbreaking, some of them are fucking hilarious.
Different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Oh, we need to go back to Inazuma. Oof.
It's like sometimes you either get your vision after going through some serious trauma, or you're like sucrose and it was in the bottom of the pot that exploded.
That's fun. I like that. Oh, also, while we have a moment. Okay, so 4.3 that potentially has Raiden and Ito is in like 3 months. Do I go for polls then? I have enough for so many.
The issue is that there's probably going to be another character you might want there too.
But also, have you seen this man? And his fucking test run was insane.
I have, but I have to pull him on rerun because I need Risley. And I think I have enough Hydro DPS right now.
Fair.
Between that and having all of those 4-stars C6.
Obviously, to be fair for me, well, I don't have Diona yet.
Oh yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, just go for Diona especially.
To be fair, there's no way I'm going to win the 50-50 again, right? There's actually a decent chance. I don't know. Nope, that's Fischl. I already have her.
Not helpful. Fair, she's still one of the best units in the game.
You've never said that! I've had her basically since I got this game. She was on the very first banner that I pulled. Oh, look, Diona.
Yes.
I win. Wait. Cryo battery.
Yep. Shielder and healer.
But I want to use Cookie! I want an excuse to use Cookie.
Still use her.
No, it's just like...
Diana's just like, for me, she's literally perfect for Ayaka teams. Especially because I don't have Shenhe.
Oh, but I don't have Ayaka, so... Fischl, what's your constellation at? Oh, you're C5. Christ.
if you want to build her at some point, I will say wait until we get to Fontaine. Because like one of her new best sets, it's in Fontaine.
Oh,
Diona's
actually
basically
work
just
on
like
Diona later.
Diona's basically just sack bow, stack HP healing bonus.
HP healing bonus?
Yeah.
What should be on her bow? Or, well, I guess I don't have a bow.
Sack bow.
Sack bow? Oh, the sacrificial.
Yeah, sacrificial.
Yeah, I love the sacrificial weapons. They're so good. Speaking of which, I finally maxed out the sacrificial sword.
Nice.
I just need more refinement ranks. Look,
Luckily,
weapon
they're very
complete,
easy to
weapon
get.
complete, weapon complete, weapon complete, except I'm working on her other weapon, which is not complete. Weapon complete. Weapon almost complete. And it's the fucking 5-star weapon. Weapon complete. Character definitely not complete. I have been avoiding doing bosses and also the resistance bugs because I hate that domain.
You do bosses or even just deal with that domain. I can help.
Yeah, I hate that domain.
Sadly gotten used to it.
Bosses are fine for the most part. That domain, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I have to use like a very specific team in that domain because it's the worst.
Anyways, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead. No.
Oh, whoops.
Now there's a question I wasn't
I
expecting.
didn't see what the question was. I went too fast.
Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju.
Now I need to work on goddamn Diona, add it to the fucking list. All the other characters that I'm working on.
The art of forging practiced by these 5
She's not really too bad to
clans
build. Luckily, she's
was
just pretty
first
easy.
taught to them
Okay,
personally
cool.
By the almighty Shogun.
Just like basically just
Over time,
put noblesse on her.
the 5 branches
Alright.
diverged from one another.
Like you can run noblesse. You
As
can even run like
generations of
Maiden's Beloved if you're
honed and perfected their craft
going
until
for
they became
animal pieces
5
for anybody
distinct
else. You could just use whatever stuff in there, but like easy like 4-piece noblesse.
What's her
sack bow? Just
what's her like what's it called? Local material? The things that are annoying to get?
is I actually forget. I have not
I'll look at it later.
done her.
Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. And for a long
I'm already
time,
here. I can look at it.
only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately,
Oh, she's Cow Lily.
recently returned to Inazuma.
So, okay, so,
So
it's
that's
different
it.
than any other character that I'm currently building.
Now,
They're super easy to get. They're like literally all over the place. You probably already have enough if you just pick them up.
if my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh,
I remember that. We were there.
Paimon remembers that now. They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
Oh, trust me, we've seen much worse. We've been through it.
The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he
He
rushed
still
to the
died.
scene, hoping to
Poor
prevent a
motherfucker
disaster.
still died the same day. which is kind of what I was expecting.
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized.
Yep, they still died.
Neither of them made it out.
He erased himself from history, and it didn't change a goddamn thing.
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The story is too heavy. There's nowhere for me to make jokes. The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. It looks like the Balladeer did something at Irminsul, but it seems Neil died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
As well recently?
Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
I want to talk to Nahida. Because a lot of what happened in Sumeru was also because the Balladeer existed.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
I want to talk to Nahida. I want to know, hey, when we came and saved saved you, my friend, who I love very much, who did we fight? Probably the doctor. Was there a false god?
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
The Kamisatos. They will tell us things.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hi, I feel like I should know you.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it
I
should
don't
be
think I've
okay.
ever actually met Ayato.
I'll be heading in
Have
then.
I?
Thanks.
We went on a date with his sister. I don't remember meeting him
Hello,
himself.
dears. Is there something you want to say? Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are.
No, I haven't. Okay.
Miss Kamisato has told
Haven't done
me
this
about you. What would you like to know?
How are the commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
They're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the commissioner's behalf. As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
I love the idea of like when you pull them and they're on your team in your party and you're just like going on adventures with them when they're supposed to be here working. And it's like, don't worry, I'll bring them back.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Nato is still the Yashiro commissioner. Ayaka's still the lady of the house. No changes there.
Yeah, more limited event stuff. You never got to see the first time Ayata was kind of around other than story quest.
As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Got any more questions?
Sucks because that event had some fucking hilarious interactions.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that.
I'm incredibly busy out gathering random materials in the world. I did finish gathering dandelion seeds and star conches for Eula and Yellen. I actually pulled up the interactive map and like, just fucking give them to me. God damn it. Especially for the dandelions.
Miss
Pain in the
Kamisato
ass those things
talks
are.
about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you.
Hey.
I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor.
Yay!
You know. You're a hero to us all.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next? Great! Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
We're very kind. Oh, we have to do Tatara Tales. I don't have a choice. B seems to be busy, but I can't continue the current quest until we do Tatara. Xavier is busy.
Fine, we can deal with that. I don't know how far you have to go into it.
True, but we can at least go begin it.
Fine.
Let's see what we gotta do. This place isn't suitable for you or your ilk. Get out of here. Rude. Very rude. Excuse you, I am the Miko? I am the lover of the great Archon herself? Hi, what about you? Miko to Miko. Oh joy, Fontaine people.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Left.
Hello?
Come on!
Hello, Crimson Star. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you. How are you doing? What are you up to? What were you up to? Thanks for joining us. Apologies if the microphone seems a little weird. Welcome to Genshin. After the Mikage furnace started production, most of the consultant team returned to Fontaine. Only Xavier, who we just mentioned, stayed behind in Inazuma. During one of the previous battles, something went wrong with the furnace. The part that stored the corrupted Tarigami energy became extremely unstable. Work is held in Taratsuna, and everyone has evacuated shortly after. Xavier took emergency action, and he seems to have set up a containment dome around the Mikage furnace. Oh, he's still on the island now, trying to figure out a way to solve the problem. Shogun's only concerned. Yeah, I'm doing well. Minus a few technical glitches, got new model up. Hope you all enjoy. I'm doing well. How are you? Hope you had a good stream. Come under the current conditions in Inazuma. The Hame guy in charge of the whole thing. Manager, middle managers. No, bad. Me. Never to find a solution sense about what form should be filled out. Yep, nope, middle manager. Where to go wrong, blah blah. The furnace like destroyed. Oh, one thing of the poor treasures. Ooh, Vampire the Masquerade. How is it? I know of the game, but I don't know much about it. I also haven't played VTM before, but I watched a little bit of LA by Night. I should keep watching that. That shit's wild. Take care of this, wouldn't it? Okay. You need to go find Xavier. Luckily, we've already done a lot of exploring. Hello, sir. Are you Charles Xavier, head of the Xavier Institute for Gifted Children? And if so... Oh, you're not him? Someone else? Okay, my apologies. I just looked at the chat and me and Maya had the same goddamn joke. The jack's what makes it kind of endearing. Oh, that sounds like fun. I feel like you could also do that with like Baldur's Gate now. I need to finish that game, God. Now I want to play more Baldur's Gate. What are we doing? Xavier, right. Fair or foul that we should meet at this time. Fine last. Are you hitting on me? No, are you hitting on me, like, legitimately? Because I can't tell. Our fellow Zuma... I feel like Inazuma Files is a little bit inaccurate for multiple reasons. Also, it's called a weeaboo. The containment dome is not usually visible. By available the Mikage Furnace emergency response procedures. Units of the dome has been successfully activated. Technically speaking, its official name is the Mikage Furnace Emergency Containment Dome. Please give me the short version. Origami core brought over from Yoshiori. So here's an interesting question. Because we've already started the other quest and history's already been changed, will this quest change?
That's what I said. I don't. I actually want. That's what I said. I want to know.
Also, hi Raiders, this is B. Hi B, we love you B. Where were we?
I fear my head hurts.
Please rest and drink water. $893 pages long. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Actually, what would be the Teyvat equivalent of Jesus Christ?
Hmm.
Who would be the... Instead of saying Jesus Christ in Teyvat, what would you say instead? Would you say the name of your Archon, or would it be someone else? Not really a lot of prophets. When the gods are just kind of walking around.
Depends, because some people have been saying like, "Oh dear Argon," or you could just be like Kava and say like, "Oh my God." You could just say, just. We
Yeah,
don't
but I
fucking
feel like
know.
Jesus Christ is a little bit different. Has a nice little bite to it.
No real equivalent for that,
I
other
guess the
than saying
closest,
like Dear Celestia or something like that.
Eh.
That's like the closest you'll get.
Thank you, Maya. Maya is giving you head pats.
Mainly because this is more like, shit, what am I thinking about? There's. Well, I was going to say
very
this
not
is not.
Christianity.
I was about to say that, but then there was that whole theory with child being an allegory for Jesus, and it's weird because it fits.
What?
But I will talk about that later because that's Fontaine spoilers.
What do you mean that's Fontaine spoilers? Is Child from Fontaine? No, he's from Cesnaya.
No, it has to do with his name.
Which name?
Ajax.
Okay, that's not one of the names I expected you to say. I don't know that name.
That's his real name.
Okay, I only know Tartaglia and Child. You just...
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it later because it was a thing that was very interesting.
All right.
But I can't say much because again it's like recent Fontaine Archon Quest spoilers.
Stuff that we're getting closer to.
Yeah, for 4.1, like right now.
That sounds like Mandalorian spoilers. I want to see the child. That child is incredible. Anyways. Things continue that are so I just turned to a glorious firework. Beautiful town of Petrichor. Looks to the procedures for further guidance. Considering it mostly deals with insurance claims and lawsuits and the likes. What? That's not helpful in the current situation.
What?
He's like, oh yeah, the instruction guide for what to do if everything, or how to, for everything blowing up. Let's see here. How to deal with getting the pantsuit off of you. No, that's not helpful. How to fill out the proper insurance forms. No, that's not helpful. How to dodge responsibility for massive explosions that killed millions of people. I don't think this book is helpful. This book was written by a politician. Just toss that out there. Don't need that one. Normally have a vision-wielding expert diagnose the problem. Form a dedicated review panel, discuss the vision, approve a solution, that organize the review. I thought Fontaine was a place of justice. Not a place, but I guess it's also the place of engineers.
Is a place. I love it, but holy shit.
Well, it's like all the great mechanical inventions come from Fontaine, but it's also known as like the judicial country, like because that's what their Archon is about.
The god of justice.
So it's just kind of this interesting mix here of things.
Also goes back because Fontaine is where the
Camera's
research
from.
institute is. So it's like thinking about it's where basically like, hey, this is where basically MIT is.
Oh. Oh. I just realized you're possibly blocking some of the stuff. But the words. The words. You're blocking the words. I don't remember what the word is for these words, but you're blocking some words, so I moved your thing a little bit. Still blocking some words, but not as many words.
Fine.
My dear girl, please, that is a woefully inadequate representation of what goes on. A fair description would be observation interference, drawing inference, not interference. On a wealth of professional experience, including analogous previous cases. An educated guess. Precisely. So my guess is that it would be conceivably, potentially, possibly, probably be an issue with the device containing the Tardigami core that's having a knock-on effect on the containment dome I installed. Even if that's the case, the reading given by the instruments seem off. Something must have happened outside the dome as well. That's it. Under the current circumstances, the area around the Mikage furnace, only a vision barrier would be safe. Anyone else would probably make it around 30 paces. Except for me, on a special case, I have croaked
He says vision barriers would be safe.
Except for me, I'm a special
No
case.
one is safe there.
I'd have croaked
No one is safe there.
No one?
No one. That place is hell until you clear it.
Oh, this will be fun then.
It's where basically knowing where all the electrochronom is, and it's one of the main reasons to level up the goddamn tree.
Oh. It's a place that's gonna do that kind of annoying. Got it.
Yeah.
I especially like the report would still be sitting in the Superior's chest of drawers.
A bit like corrosion, but it doesn't go away.
That's fun. And by fun, I mean ow. Perhaps you can go and investigate the surrounding area while I'm packing up. These strange readings must have something to do with whatever's happening in the Mikage furnace. As representative of the present review panel, I have already granted myself authorization to pack up and strike camp, so no need to worry about that. Don't you just love being your own boss? Wish that were me.
I wonder, check the thing real quick.
What thing?
The quest menu real quick.
Sure. Xavier is busy completing the
Oh,
quest
okay, okay.
We probably have to complete it.
I don't
have to finish it.
It's because it's not saying that stuff is like blocked off. I don't know if we just have to like get him where he's able to talk.
It's
I have no clue.
But he might not be ready to talk about something else until we finish.
Hit him? You can't hit them anyway. You can't hit them anyway.
Oh.
They lead you to treasure.
Oh, hi, Fatui.
Also, you pass right by a destructible rock pile.
It's fine. I wasn't paying attention.
Also, yeah, welcome to what a lot of this quest is. Fighting a lot of Fatui.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of quests that are just fighting a lot of Fatui. It happens.
I mean, like, a lot of, especially these dudes.
Oh, I hate, well, as long as it's not raining, I'm fine.
Let's not waste time.
Shut up.
Let's end this quickly.
It's definitely, like, not necessary, but I will say that, like, a pyro unit will save your life.
I know, it's the best way to get rid of them, but, like... Fine, probably.
Right now. Here comes the catch.
To be fair, it's already almost dead, so we're good. See? Look at that. Who cares about your shield? Hack right through it. Anyways, what did I pass earlier? And I was not paying attention.
What the Tanuki was?
Oh.
I was just saying there was a destructible rock pile over there. I am that person where I see everything that can be hit. I go hit it.
I often do, but I haven't missed it.
Yeah, like you were literally standing right next to it.
I'm blind. You forget this. I am blind. I have a perception of -30.
You were too busy trying to hit a Tanuki you couldn't hit.
That too. Hi, Sealy. Bye, Sealy. Hello. I need to follow the Sealy. Where are you, buddy?
It went the other way.
They're hard to follow, in my defense. Oh, cool, we did it. Tanuki! Hi, Tanuki. Where'd you go? Tanuki, buddy. Hello, friends. I'm sorry for shooting you? Your brother? I'm not sure which. Where'd he go? I lost sight of him.
Take it easy.
Barrel. That exploding barrel.
Oh, it is that exploding barrel?
No. Gutsy.
I wonder if you can get it from right there. You might be able to. If you just stand on, yeah.
Was that all it was? That one?
That's basically what they do.
Oh, boring. I should have just shot you.
You can't kill them.
Yeah, but it's less about causing damage and more just having a little bit of fun.
Also, if you hurt the yokai, yeah, he's gonna hurt you.
Fine, I'm fine. Ow. This guy?
Yes. Yeah, use the electrocrata for those.
I just need to find out where it is. Yep.
Oh, right there.
It's my lucky day.
That's Steely go up here. There you are. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Hold on, hold on. Don't worry, Ronan, I'll come and kill you in a moment.
It's my lucky day.
Come on, buddy. Oh, there you go.
It went up.
Treasure. Fine. Okay, where were we? Hi.
Right here, right now.
I need your hand guards. I think. I don't remember. I want them anyways.
Life goes on.
Always good to stock up on them.
Freeze to the core. Yeah, beg for mercy.
Game's up. Fun's over.
I like that one guy that just kind of stuck there floating. Oh, he's dead now.
Busted.
I don't think they dropped anything. Oh, here we go.
I'm hand guard farming.
Let me see how many I need, because I know I
It's
I
good
need
to
some.
just stock up on them. Don't worry about how many you need. Just get them.
I mean, yeah, but also I'm curious.
Rise.
I require 118 of the blue rarity handguards still. Oofa. Big oofa.
Well, I say, don't think about how many you need. Just get them.
I mean, yeah, but also...
That way, you don't have to think about how many you need. You just have a stockpile of them.
I mean, fair. But also, it's just...
That's why even now,
like
I don't
planning.
need handguards right now, but I'm getting them.
Yeah.
Because I know the drop rates are ass, so I try to farm them every day.
God, honestly, I think the masks of the Hilichurl mask are for some reason the worst drops for me. And the fucking
I
chaos
don't
stuff
know
from Rune
how,
Guards.
because those things are so goddamn easy to get.
Yeah, I don't know. They just fucking aren't.
Because
Like,
it's
so
literally a meme. The handguard drop rate is a meme.
Well, like, yeah, like there was a couple days when I was going after nothing but Hilichurls, looking for their goddamn masks, and I would get nothing.
Wild.
Although it's funny, of my current 4, the one that I'm closest to having all the enemy materials for is Yellen with the Fatui badges.
Yeah, it's easy to get.
Yeah, for some reason those drop real easy for me. The reason I initially
Yeah, those are
activated the
easy
dome
for anybody. Those things are very easy to get.
was to stop people from going inside, mostly because of the legal liability it puts on us. Too much energy accumulates and this dome is completely useless. The main thing here is that everything looks good right now, so it's happy days. I'm going to kill myself over this stupid microphone. I'm going to kill this microphone, not myself.
In-game?
In-game, yes. I'm annoyed because on Monday we're doing D&D, and that's going to be a lot of me talking. I would like my microphone to be working for D&D. How can this be happening? It's just a humble engineer. I only want to come here, do a little research, do some filming, get a taste of Inazuma's delightful culture, blah, 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 blah. And here I go getting caught up in this whole mess. I've replaced the cable a couple of times. I don't think it's the cable. I don't know what it is. I have another cable. I don't know. I'll try some stuff tomorrow. The interface is new. This is a new fucking interface. I bought it a few months ago. And this only started on Thursday. It was fine last week. Although it's kind of been a little messy for like the past year. It's either the microphone or my computer. And I don't have another microphone to test it with, and I don't want to buy one. Just to test it, and if I'm wrong... The two are here. If this goes on like this, nature's problem is going to change quite radically. That's a situation that fundamentally has nothing to do with... Like, it was fine for parts of the stream. And other parts it's not. Technically, ignoring it would be a compliant decision both in terms of process and but I can't leave it unresolved. C'est la vie. Right, Attainment Dome. Cracks in the containment dome, entrance. Access the inside of the furnace without anybody finding out. Real possibility that they've already made it inside. Really so reckless? If it exploded, they would share the same fate as everyone else. I want to put it past them. Yeah, they kind of do whatever they're told. Setting off this thing to explode with him inside, yeah, that sounds about right. It must mean that they wish to avoid a direct confrontation with the Shogunate, so all we need to do is make some sort of big dramatic gesture to make them think that the Shogunate is already onto them. Might just make them more cautious in their approach. Kamuijima Cannon. It's a big gun built using the latest technology, powered by Electro. Shogun had a few of them installed on this island for military purposes, since this is where the front line was, but as the war went on, things changed, currently sitting there unused. I'd ask our soldier friend, I'm trying to tell you. If you want my take, underestimate sophistication. Enemy's advanced, but there's a limited field of fire, it's not very mobile. Maintenance. Soldier friend and his comrades were spread much too thinly, so ultimately it actually gave Sangonomiya an opportunity after making it past the cannon field of fire. Shogun's forces will occupy some of the Kage. Useless against all kinds of Sangonomiya. As far as this, Sangonomiya had the upper hand. Wonder who it is that's planning all these precise attacks. Whatever the case, the Kamuijima cannon will definitely cause an unimaginable ruckus, which is just what we need. How to operate the cannon. The two have already broken through, that much has been seen. It matters that the dome is actually barely holding up. If we don't destroy the dome, we'd have to go through the 3 tears that the Fatui made. Fish in a barrel. When we destroy it altogether, not only would that shock the Fatui and provide us with an advantage, it would also allow us for more routes. Rather than in time, everything will return to normal even if we destroy. Little faith in me, the marvelous technology of my homeland Fontaine. None of us have a vision. No treasure hoarders we might borrow a few of these curious small bottles. Oh, that's right! Fucking treasure hoarders are kind of weird that they have those elemental bottles, despite the fact that none of them have visions. Like, what? How? What are these? And then we just don't think about it. And we don't ask questions.
Again, at a world quest, but again, that is in Fontaine.
Oh my god. We can make those? I know you can make potions of resistance and increasing your power, but no, yet. Don't need a vision to make them. Interesting. What's Fontaine like? I can tell you the majestic waterfall that made a deep impression on my soul. Now then, can we continue? Xavier's busy completing the quest to Tara Tales. Go all the way to my inventory.
It's quest items. It'll have a new on it. You can just scroll.
There it is. I was like, it might, but I might also miss that. Okay, so basically the 3 in a row on the islands. Right here. They're down here, in the center, and up here. Okay. Oh, found it. This kind of cannon does not have a point-and-shoot aiming facility. You must adjust the elevation and orientation in order to fire on targets. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. Hi Ren, how you doing? There's a chest there that I don't have. I didn't aim high enough. And you're saying that took multiple people? ATM 9. Me trying to figure out what that means. Oh, I'm glad that you're having yourself a good night. All the mods? I don't know what that is. Minecraft mod pack? Oh.
Take it easy.
I got stuck in some geometry there. That was weird.
Emerge. I'm always watching. Right now. Emerge. Go.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Shudder.
Ooh, cognition time card. Got a great one. Nice.
Beg for mercy.
Got any blues for me? No? Got some greens at least. I'll take it.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
Hey, y'all see these little Ronin right here? These samurai? Alright, hold on, I can do that. I can do better. Come on, are you kidding me? Hold on. Oh, here they come. They're not happy. They're not happy.
Come after you.
Right here. Emerge.
That was funny. Hold on. I know, I
They're
know.
gonna
Hold on.
come around.
The other one did it.
Right now. Right here. Emerge.
Here comes the catch.
That was really funny though. I wasn't sure it would actually let me hit them. Alright, where's the other one? I think the other one's dead.
No, he ran back.
Oh, there he is. Hold on. Boy, if Raiden's army had me to command these things, he was thinking of me, I would be fucked. Are you dead yet? That was so stupid. That made me so happy how stupid that was. I have the electrogram. Let me use the cannon. Thank you. I want to fire giant cannon. I missed. Much better. And I believe the other one's right here? I see treasure. I want treasure.
Take it easy.
There's the cannon, so that's good. Oh, darn it, I need another Electro Sealy. That's why this one's not done. Wrong button. Oh, I don't know where it is. I'll look for it later. Hello? Yeah, that's what I thought. Wonder how much wildlife I'm destroying like this. Hopefully a lot. Alright, that definitely scared a few dogs. Knock knock. The name of that achievement? I love it.
Pretty good anyway.
What was that?
What is your pity at right now anyway?
Good question. Good question. Let me... Here. Did a 10 pull earlier. Oh, I believe...
Good roll.
Waiting for it to load.
All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Actually, we did it so much earlier in the stream. Well, I know that my 4-star pity is at 0. $45, 55. Higher than I thought. Because there's Zhongli a month ago.
Oh, you're like at 71 pity, so you're close to a 5-star.
Yeah. This is... Oh, yeah. 14 times... Have I not done my import in a bit? I guess I haven't. Yeah, that's 71 pity. It's coming up soon. It's a 50-50, but it's coming up.
It's possible.
Look, my 50-50 win rate right now is at 57%.
It's way better than mine.
And my win rate in Star Rail, I think, is like 60-something%. But I also don't have as many. But I still have to wait for the... I like waiting for the 10 pull these days. I like doing a full 10 all at once.
When I'm at like close to soft pity, I just do singles at that point because that way I don't like waste too many.
I mean, that's fair. What I should have done, there's a statue of the 7 right there I could have just teleported to, but it's fine.
I know sometimes, like, some people say something about a chance for
Oh god,
doubles,
I hate
but
this
that's,
tree.
that shit is not happening to me.
I forgot about this tree. I don't like this tree.
I forgot about those trees too.
I was at this tree very recently for a quest. I have to climb the tree. Okay, we'll climb the evil tree.
You can't climb it. Just know if you do get him, you could come to my world and steal my shit. I'm not using any of the stuff for him.
Fine. I think I've been spotted. Oh, I should probably wait for my stamina to come back, shouldn't I? Gonna drop out of the sky at this rate. You, I need you. I need your scrolls. I'll deal with you in a moment.
What do we have here? Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Take it easy. Right here. Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Right here. Busted.
Stop shooting me. It's rude.
Nice.
An ominous mask. I need that. Ow.
Shudder.
Fuck you.
Wheel of life.
I got a mask that I needed.
Gotcha.
You know how rare it is for me to get one of those?
Crush. Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Busted. Beg for mercy. Yeah.
Okay, good. They're dead now.
I can put these together.
Ow, lightning. Do you... I fucking love in the main story, there's so many chances for lightning to strike you in the middle of a cutscene. Heal, please. UA. Where are we? Oh yeah, we're talking to this guy.
Probably should actually do a little bit of handguard farming while I'm sitting here.
72 pity. Nothing. 73 pity. Nothing. Okay, and that's all I got at the moment. My, that was loud. My eardrums are still ringing. Did you not have ear protection? You almost certainly suspect the Shogun has become aware of their activities. Mikage's furnace systems are still operational, have already purified? Or perhaps the Fatui are collecting that energy for evil, nefarious purposes. What do you mean it's the Fatui? Oh, hi, it's the Fatui.
Right here.
Hello, Fatui. I feel bad for the fire Fatui when I have Yellen in my team. They're absolutely fucked.
Shudder.
It turns out that if you kill them before they have a chance to bring their shield up, the cryo ones aren't an issue.
Like
Turns out if you
doing
kill
it
them
so they have downtime.
Yeah. Especially because I just kept freezing their asses. It's just like, no, you don't get to put your shield up. After this origami, yes, we already figured that part out. So, I don't like the idea, though, that it's a heart that straight up absorbs the Tatarigami energy. Like a real-ass fucking no longer beating heart. Freaky. Oh, wait, also... Xavier is busy completing the quest of Tara Tales. Alright, I guess we're taking the long way around.
Once they give us an actual, like, dedicated Geo healer, it's gonna be so fucking jover with this team I have.
Emerge. The insect shall be punished. Shudder.
I'm suddenly not liking this area. No, don't freeze me, don't freeze me, I don't like being frozen.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Things are about to get dicey. Vengeance will be mine.
There is so much happening on screen at the moment.
Beg for mercy. Crush. More speed. Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Who would you thought,
Nothing
though?
lasts forever. Right now. Emerge.
Are you good in there? You kind of look like you're stuck. What do you mean? What happens to Noelle?
Difference.
Noelle does have healing properties.
And I said a dedicated healer.
Fair enough. It's technically
Like
not
their purpose, like their sole purpose is as a healer.
That's fair.
Beg for mercy. Right now, right here.
Ow, I literally ran into it. That hurts.
Right now, right here. Game's up. Fun's over. Quiet now.
Oh, don't run away. Get back here. Where'd you go?
Winter. At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
Hold up.
Life goes on.
Is that the one time I didn't keep the damn defense hands? God, it was actually good. God damn it, it's fine. I'll see.
Alright, I got distracted by treasure. Where are we going again? Going up.
Ooh, bit of a test.
Uh-oh. I lost my electrogram. That's not an issue, is it? I seem to be slowly losing health.
Okay, yeah, it's nowhere as good right now until I get some better stuff.
Oh, come on! Bullshit, that's fine.
Welcome to Inazuma.
Again. Welcome to Inazuma again. I don't have an electrogram to get through here. I do see an Electroculus, though. Is there one nearby?
That's great. This was better defense. 51 one's only 2.
Ow. Fine. Why did you not grab on, Yellen? Well, I see an electrogram over there, but I don't know if that's gonna be in a good spot for me. I'm about to die.
Take it easy.
Oh, here's one. I'll take that. Ate it.
Take it easy.
Oh, I want to try and at least get done with this general area before we call it for the night. We're getting close to time. Ow. This place is annoying me.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Like, it's not the worst. But it is causing issues.
Take it easy.
Oh, take a picture? You want me to take a picture? Fine.
Yeah, welcome to
Alright.
another one of the reasons why this quest sucks. Aside from it taking like real time, it's just like, please stop.
Well, that was funny. Did you see what it called a clear image? It was anything but. Heals, please. I'm hurt. God, that was funny. That was a terrible picture of the furnace, and it's like, hey, you got a clear picture. Like, sure. Yes, and I took a picture of the device. Here you go. Don't look too closely. Or look really closely. Only look closely.
Oh, it's dead.
While the other emergency systems are working, most of the energy circuits inside the device should have been cut off already. That I would consider great fortune. You didn't miss our mini. A few more preparations to make, and I'll show you to get the bronze refresher. Come find me after a while. Tatara Tales, complete. We did it. We're back in a version of Genesis immediately. I told you we had to probably have to complete it. So, I think actually it's a few minutes early, and I know we started a few minutes late on Genshin, but my stomach is rumbling.
Oh,
My stomach is rumbling.
yeah, I should probably get.
So this feels like a good time to stop and get some food and call it for the night. And so, I apologize for the weird technical hiccups with the microphone. I will investigate that a bit more tomorrow. But, thank you all so much for joining me for Digimon and Genshin today. Okay, next week. Monday. Be back here Monday for Dungeons and Dragons. With Caden and Sam and Kay, and I'm very excited to continue. Nox is playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Let's go rate Nox. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. It's D&D. D&D. We're not sponsored, so I'm not going to finish this song. But we could be sponsored. But we're not. Night, y'all. I will see you all later. Reminder that Katie already said that she's not streaming tomorrow. For those of you who also watch her. So everyone enjoy your weekend. Good night, Maya. Good night, Bye Beast. Good night, Beats By. Good night, B. We'll see you all next time. Farewell. Go enjoy some Resident Evil for Spook Month.